Ken Trahan along with Lenny Vangilder. It's our First NBC Bank Weekend Review. And looking ahead, too, sponsored by First NBC Bank with 35 locations throughout the greater New Orleans area and southeast Louisiana, and now in the Florida Panhandle and growing. That's First NBC Bank, proud sponsor of SportsNOLA.com. College baseball, Super Regional is set, and what a weekend it's going to be starting Saturday. LSU hosting Louisiana Lafayette. You talk about crazy. You talk about a tough ticket. You talk about fun. And, oh, by the way, the weather looks good looking ahead.
It'll be warm. That'll only make it even better, I think. It should be a lot of fun. It invokes a lot of memories, as you and I both remember 2001, that epic LSU Tulane Super Regional at Zephyr Field. This is only the second time in this Super Regional era the two Louisiana teams will face off for a trip to the College World Series. We've seen it in regional finals and stuff going back before that. But since 1999, since we've had the 64-team bracket, this will only be the second time that we'll see Louisiana schools face off for a trip to Omaha. And it should be great. LSU pitching very well against UNC Wilmington, a pair of shutouts. UL Lafayette, two last-inning comebacks to get themselves in the driver's seat, and then really holding on to defeat Rice, a huge shutdown seventh inning to bases loaded, nobody out to get out of trouble there and go on to win that game. So should be a lot of fun, and we see it down here. We know how good the baseball is in Louisiana. Now all of America is going to see it this weekend.
Yeah, it should be a tremendous setting. Of course, we'll have full coverage at SportsNOLA.com. The Zephyrs on the road at Reno. They'll be home in just a couple of days for another homestand. And again, trending upwards and playing well overall.
Yeah, and that's certainly a good sign. And chance to get back home. Look, they've been all the weather we've been talking about on a high school and college level. The Zephyrs have had to deal with it as well. They've managed to get some games in on days you didn't think they would. So I'm sure they're looking forward to coming home to some good weather as well.
And American Legion baseball underway. Check the schedule at SportsNOLA.com. And shout out to Danny Ream and his New Orleans Spice. Good luck, Danny. We got you. All right, turning to football, the Saints, first and foremost, the ugly side of it, the courtroom stuff. All estimates are is this will take about a week. And unfortunately, because it's in court, now the personal level gets involved because both sides have to present reasons why the other side is incompetent. And that's really unfortunate. But that's what we are seeing now in a competency trial of Tom Benson. And both sides have to bring out their full arsenal, Lenny, and, of course, the public will not see it.
The public will not see it, and I think that is for the sake of, all things for the Benson family. I think that's a good thing. The media person in me wants to see it open. It should not be closed, and it should be open to the public because, you're talking about, a man and his businesses who depend a lot on state dollars to be able to operate. So from that standpoint, you'd like to see it happen. And, that's unfortunate. So
it really is. And then, of course, when you're dealing with the Saints and the on-field stuff, then you're dealing with Cam Jordan and a player that is important to their future who maybe didn't have the kind of year that he was supposed to have last year, which applies to a lot of players on the 2014 Saints, but they believe that he is the type of player that we saw in the previous season, 2013, so they've invested in him.
Yeah, and big numbers too. 30+ million guaranteed, 5 years, $60 million is the report. That's significant numbers, but I think based on what he has shown, he's probably deserving of those kind of numbers, probably more so than what you saw Junior Gillette get a little over a year ago. So, now can he deliver on this next contract to the tune of those kind of numbers? That remains to be seen. But, Cam Jordan is certainly an anchor piece for this defense.
Pelicans have their new coach, of course, in Alvin Gentry, which we've spoken about. NBA Finals getting underway on Thursday with the Warriors and the Cavaliers. NHL Finals getting underway on Wednesday, Tampa Bay Lightning and the Chicago Blackhawks. And I was in Tampa Bay for Arena Football last week. You talk about excited. That community is beyond excited.
I can believe it. And, we don't have hockey down here. Obviously, we have basketball or have had it for the last 12, 13 years now, and we can appreciate what's going on with the NBA Finals. In hockey cities, just the Stanley Cup Finals, I think it takes it to another level beyond the NBA Finals. But it'll be interesting to watch these two series play out over the course of the next 2 weeks.
It's funny, too, because I was in Cleveland the week before I was in Tampa. And they're excited because of the Cavaliers. They had a watch party at the arena the night that they clinched when they were able to move forward after they beat the Hawks, and we happened to be there at the time, and it was amazing to see the response of the people there. So in any case, these communities are thrilled, and we know what that's all about, having seen what the Saints did here in 2009. So that's going to wrap it up for our weekend preview. Brought to you by First NBC Bank, 35 locations throughout Southeast Louisiana and the Florida Panhandle. That's First NBC Bank, proud sponsor of SportsNOLA.com. Have a great week, Lenny.
All right, see you later this week.
All right, and we'll see you as well. Until next time, God bless you.